I'm now at the Ardenwood Historic Farm in Fremont, California, and on the horizon there's a tall clump of blue gum eucalyptus trees. Here's another look at the Ardenwood blue gum eucalyptus, Australian eucalyptus grove. The cluster area is right about there. It's a very well-developed grove with excellent tree canopy cover, and it's the most stable cluster site in the San Francisco Bay Area, and also the northernmost true overwintering site on the California coast, where the monarchs pretty reliably cluster until late January, early February. Like Coyote Hills Park, which is a few miles to the west, the Ardenwood Historic Farm here, they have a butterfly garden and a lot of African tropical milkweed, Asclepias fruticosa. Here's the fruticosa up close. It's a large amount of it, and they got a bunch of newer small plants growing here. And some are in flower. They also have some Curasavica milkweed here with the orange flower. On the north side of this greenhouse, they have yet more fruticosa that's been here for years, since the 1990s, and I believe it was planted by Christine Arnott, who was a park naturalist or ranger here, I'm not sure. So you can see it's 7 feet tall. And it looks like they started a daisy tree to draw on the monarchs. They have a butterfly bush in bloom. Anyway, what's interesting today, it's about 1:45 in the afternoon, and there isn't a single monarch here trying to lay eggs or patrol the milkweed, even though it's a very great amount of milkweed. And the monarch cluster there area is just a stone's throw away over there. That's where I'm going next. Here's a close-up of the cluster. One thing I wanted to point out here is that cluster area, this whole cluster area here at the park, is just a stone's throw away from that greenhouse where the tropical milkweed is growing. You can see it there along the fence with those seed pods. So I'm going to go over there and look for caterpillars and chrysalids. I'm back at the greenhouse with the huge amount of fruticosa through there and through that way, and then it's also on the other side of the greenhouse. And there are still no adult monarchs laying eggs or patrolling it. So it's obviously not interfering with the physiology of the overwintering monarchs here, or disrupting the migration, as some fear. I haven't noticed any caterpillars. I'm sure there's some in here, but not hordes of them by any stretch. And the plants are nowhere near being defoliated or anything like that you might expect, because they're planted next to an overwintering site. I've been looking at the boards and other objects along the greenhouse here for signs of chrysalids, and I haven't seen any. And I see no monarch caterpillars or evidence of feeding on the Curassavica milkweed. I finally found a chrysalid underneath this table. Right up there. There's a close-up of the chrysalid. Looks healthy. Here's a female again that landed on the fruticosa milkweed, but she's not laying eggs. She's just sunning herself. Here she, again, she's acting like she's interested in the milkweed, but she's not attempting to lay an egg. I just noticed they have yet another patch of Curassavica tropical milkweed here. And like the others, I'm not seeing any caterpillars. So again, there's not any obvious signs of the tropical milkweed changing the physiology of the butterfly and disrupting the migration.